Hoot hoot! Horology is
Your
my craft.
team is
Dicky is my
banning.
name.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back here into the Legends Unleashed tournament, independently organized by Team MOBA. And it's Team Oidaba versus Bestie Northeast. And we're already headed into the draft phase with two bans done from the team of the blue team, Illusion and
Your
the
team
Zast.
is banning.
Meanwhile, Team Red has with that Hylos and the Diggy.
I will protect you.
Your team is banning. Your team is picking.
Still waters run deep.
Your team is picking.
Ten years of imprisonment.
I see lots of prey.
Your team is banning.
On to the red side, we can see like this Roj and Terizla picked. So Baldu, like, what are your thoughts on that one? Like, I didn't have to notice that the Roj was still open, and from the left side, the blue side, the team Lafu, they actually went onto the Ling. So they actually prioritized the Ling over the Roger. So, what are your like convo on this one? Okay, never mind. Let's just focus on to the draft. Like, we can see this Xbox picked. I think it's just to pick as a count against that Terizla. And also, like, we can see the Lei has been locked down onto that Vexana pick. Quite a good pick against that Roger, but also, like, we most probably can see a good answer against
Your
that
team
Vexana.
is
I'm really
banning.
like confused over that Valir pick. Like, I don't know what the Valir pick is for, but let's see, like, if he's just sticking to the comfort. I think he should.
Yup, and I hope I'm audible.
Yep, you are.
Yeah, I think there was some issue because I was talking about the draft and I realized no one was listening because I was talking about Chip like for the past 5 minutes and I'm like, oh, I don't think anyone heard me. Yeah, so Chip has been left open in this draft,
Chip
man,
banned.
and I
Your
don't know why
team
is
is
neither team
banning.
taking it because it would be a great addition for all of them.
Your
Well, the
team is
bans are
banning.
very interesting coming out from Yuri and Resoaring Legends. Like he's removed the Tigreal and the Akai. I'm really confused as to what was the decision behind taking out the Akai right now because
True love
it's not
is
like
like
it's a
blood.
poor pick,
Your
but
team is banning.
are they trying to set up for a chip pick? Are they trying to set up for a Kufra? Because I thought they would have taken a Tigreal, but they banned a Tigreal too. So what is exactly going on? Is my question.
So if you like consider from both the teams, like they're still left to pick the roamers. So they actually prioritize those roamers. If you see like this Diggy band, you can see. So I think they wanted to pick either the Atlas or either the Tigreal, but they didn't even prioritize either of those picks. So they were eventually left to ban out that Tigreal, I think. So because if they don't like from the left side, the team Lafu may they would have picked the Tigreal, but we never know what's going to happen, right? But we can see that Yuri has been locked down onto that Belleric. So Belleric could be a serial pick onto here because after the Tempest of Blades of Aggressive, the Ling has been popped up. I think he'll be able to catch him.
And this Clint is right now there, but he has his quick draw. He has a good amount of damage from the early game itself. So hopefully he'll be able to hold his lane. And meanwhile, that Roger, which originally was using an
Your
Inspire, I
team
think has
is
shifted
picking.
to a Jungle Roger. So that flex pick's coming in handy, but what will be the final marksman pick for the team? Will they be hovering over this Leslie? Will they be going for a Moscow? Because I don't see Leslie as a great option here because the enemy is already really squishy. So what's the point of dealing 2 damage to them?
That's true. That's true. And also, like we can see this Popol and Koopa has been locked from the dishonoring legends. I think I think he actually agreed to the fact that Clint. I mean, sorry, the Popol is a counter of the Clint. So I think he's just sticking with that fact, and I'm really excited. Like if he gets to counter that Clint within like 1v1 situation or after the team fights, because it's really hard to counter that Clint because he has a lot of dash. I mean, just using a second skill to escape from any situation, and also he has Franco. So the flicker and the bloody hunt would come really handy over here.
Exactly. And right now we go into the loading screen, both junglers picking out. Surprisingly, Roger has picked up the bargain hunter instead of the seasoned hunter. So it's both are hunters, all right, but maybe the Roger has got confused because I think against a Ling who will constantly farm, you should probably take a hero that, you should probably try to speed up your farming as much as possible. You don't want that Ling on you. But meanwhile, go Koopa go. That Popol and Koopa will be pushing really hard if they get the opportunity to. So the team has to be careful of not letting this Koopa free roam and catch him before he ends those turrets because we've seen how Popol and Koopa has been used in this tournament. Use on 10 minutes, but this is a gold lane Koopa, so let's see how it goes.
That's true. And like if you like consider like the PH people or the Endo people, they most probably go to the Popa. Okay, I mean sorry, the Popol onto the jungle. And if they would have agreed to keep the Roger on the gold lane and the Popol and Koopa on the jungle, I think it would have been interesting to watch those pokes coming onto that link because the jungle versus jungle, Popol on the jungle versus the Ling on the jungle. It would be really interesting to watch, don't you think?
True that, but at the same time, we've had a really new jungle, like a new gold lane phase because right now the gold laners are both. Maybe Clint is right now being seen a little more in the meta, but in general, you do not see much of a Popol in gold. In fact, you barely see him in brawl, man. With this hero, he's only used in that jungle role in a very specific comp in a very specific region. So it's good to see him in India, that too in the gold lane. Meanwhile,
That's true.
Franco hooks that. He drops the hook and he's forced to flicker out because of that poke from Valir. It's really annoying to deal with the Valir early game.
That's true. And also, like, we can see, like, the Roger will be taking his blue buff, and I think he's going for the rotation onto the EXP lane. Meanwhile, onto the top lane, the gold lane, the Popol is totally abandoned over there. Like, we can see the Vexana and the
Meanwhile,
Franco
one
both are
second,
trying to take the kill on
and
it's going to be the
at the
first bullet taken onto that Popol and Koopa.
And right as that first blood is happening, there's really an interesting exchange between the two EXP laners brawling. Flickers were baited, and surprisingly, that Borg was able to escape without any shield against a Roger. I think Roger did not, I think Roger missed his Lycan pounce because I'm not sure how he missed that kill otherwise. So he had his
Oh,
S2 active, he had his S1, he had his retry, but he missed all of that. Meanwhile, on top side, Clint losing all his mana, so he's not able to actually finish the kill, doesn't have enough damage, and now his tank is left alone, and he gets picked out by Henny She, the Flame Wielder, throwing absolute mad damage onto the opponent right now in the early game.
that's
Meanwhile,
great.
near the turtle, do you think you're gonna be seeing a contested turtle? Like, who's gonna start this turtle? Will it be Ling or the Roger?
I think the you can see like the Xbox is just baiting out the turtle. Oh, I think they want to go onto the kill, but the penalty zone perfectly taking onto the knock up onto that Franco and the Lycan pounce with that Roger. Tempest of Blades has been popped up. They're extremely low. If the link goes onto the Diaphan sword is used and it's going to be the Tesla falls into the hands of that link. I think it's going to be the free turtle for them. So, but you can see the Roger is still hiding onto that bush. He still has his retribution. So I think they could go for the contest. Oh, but meanwhile we can see onto the top lane the Popol and Koopa has been just obliterated by that Clint.
And I think Roger made a misplay over there. He should have backed out the second he got exposed. And as we speak, Popo and Koopa on the top side gets solo killed by this Clint with his quick draw and that damage onto him. The gunslinger from the west is doing a lot of damage to this Popol and his pet friend. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, you've had Vexana trying to put down a little poke onto Belleric, but nothing he can't heal with his nature's grasp. And right now, by the way, Vexana's S2 is doing a hella damage, man. Like, I think Belleric got poked down to half, healed up, and again got poked down.
Yep. Onto the
Meanwhile,
mid
on
side, like,
mid,
yeah, the second sphere is giving a lot of damage. The minions are just exploding onto the one like, after the
meanwhile,
passive, but
Popo and Koopa
onto
has
the
used
top
his ult,
side.
flipped up, used onto the Franco. He's got onto the turret, and despite that vengeance, he will fall to locate. And meanwhile, Popo and Koopa caught out. He has a speed to stun this Clint, but it was an unsuccessful gank for Team Red.
Yep, that's true. And like we can see the Clint, I think he's just cutting the waves because he knows the Clint is over there to help him. I think should he just dive in? I think they should because the Popol Koopa doesn't have his ultimate with him. So I think so it's over. Oh, the Eternal Guard has been used up along with the backup coming in from the whole team. And the Popol Koopa goes into the hands of the blue team. And the aggressive, I think, he secures the kill onto the Popol Koopa.
And by the way, dude, this Xborg is 301. Like he's just as farmed as this Ling. And I don't know how that exactly happened. He's been active in the fights, but I didn't expect he's doing this much against the opponent EXP laner. That too being a Terizla.
Yep, that's true. Oh, but looking onto the mid side, the mid tier has been follow. I think they want to go with the Iron Hook perfectly connecting onto that Beleric and will be taken down onto the kills. The last sanity has been used up. I think he will get his mega kill as well. Look at that Link perfectly just doing the Tempest of Blades again, and he wants to go for the more kill, but he'll be shut down by the Popple and Cooper. I think he just went for the overextension.
And with that, we have been we have the I don't know Clint, not Clint. I mean Link could have just gone for his turtle, but he went in a little too aggressive, and now that tempo they had is kind of slowed down. They'll have to wait for that Link to finish his blue, pick up his red, and then come back to turtle. Meanwhile, this Piraga armor is dealing a lot of damage, not being popped yet. Will he pop his ult to secure the kill on the Peleric? No, he does not. He plays it safe. He heals back up. Meanwhile, on the top side, Clint once more picks up a solo kill against this Popo and Kuba. Man, what's happening? Franco searching for the hook. Maru right there. Stun onto that. Uh, and then Borg goes on, dives. A beautiful hook. And this Beleric has been caught for the fourth time this game with an ult. Beautiful last insanity. And he picks out almost everyone. The poke is there. And it is enough. Aggressive picks up the kill aggressively, mind rotating. Meanwhile, Valir is forced to flicker out of this fight, and now Clint joins him, and they will be sieging mid lane. Meanwhile, near the jungle, Roger escaping really low, but it is not enough as he's not fast enough to dodge these. The Finch boys, the Finch assassin, the Ling. And with this, we will be seeing the mid lane shield popped off within 6 minutes. And I
Oh
think this is
my,
a really dominant showing from this team, Silver. In fact, I don't
that's
think that Franco has actually tanked. He's just hooked so far. He's been sitting in the back line.
That's true. Like the iron hooks, it's just nightmare to see like what's gonna happen. Like he's just casually hooking them.
And
Oh my god,
again,
look
the
at
Bellerin.
that. How is it doing it? Oh my god, the last sanity will be taking that unstoppable onto that Beleric. Look at the HP and the killing spree goes onto the hands of Link. The penalty zone has been used in a defensive way. They want to go for the more, but it's going to be the unstoppable for that Clint as well as the Eternal Guard secures the kill onto that Roger. Four people goes down in the team fight.
And that Eternal Guard, that Lord actually helped this X-Boy not get a shutdown as it was able to tank this turret for him. And if you notice, Franco has missed every single hook. He has not landed on Beleric. Like it instantly lands on Beleric, otherwise he's missing a hook. Like it's 100% hook rate when he attempts for Beleric. And Beleric has died 5 times only because of this Franco. I think Belichick is afraid to step out of his jungle at this point. He's not, but he can't do his job as a tank because of this. Meanwhile, Franco is all alone over here providing vision. A little risky area to be in because he doesn't have enough team members to follow up. But at the same time, they have 11k gold lead, man. So like I think each of them is worth like two members in terms of golden EXP. And by the way, a beautiful two-man EXP set by that
Oh,
last insanity and the Eternal Guard combo, and they walk out with no damage taken. And Loki picks up the kill onto this Terizla who's isolated from his team. Now it's just the Lycan Pounce and two canine raw, two canine players, a canine tamer and a canine himself. Will this lycanthrope be able to stop the siege of Lafu against them? Link dives in once again. Tempest of Blades popped. He secures the kill. No, he does not because the shield is there in time to keep him alive just for a few more minutes. Meanwhile, the mid inhibitor finally falls. Beautiful 4-man set by Terizla, but there's not enough follow up. Last Insanity pop by Borg, and he is there to do a huge ton of damage. Loki picking up the scraps, doing a double kill. Will he get the triple kill? No, he does not.
Oh,
The mega kill picked up by
oh,
Ling instead. And the minions have been cleared. And another beautiful Eternal Guard. Lay picking up that double kill. It's the Tesla is the Belleric all alone, but the hook finally misses, man. Flicker popped and Loki picks up the kill, and it is game over 27 to 3. A dominating show for the team Blue Silver. What do you think about this, man?
Victory!
oh my God! Like the confidence of their team, like it is so insane. Like they knew, like they don't even need the Lord. I like the fact how they ignored the Lord. They just casually said we just need one more gang to win this game, and they went it just full commit. They just did the full commit and they won. And they actually believed in the Franco's hooks. I mean, it was such a nightmare for those Terizla and the Beric to just get hooked by. Like I think he just got trauma of the getting hooked every single time. I think so.
Yeah, at that point he couldn't even step into that fight. It was kind of clean match. And I think we have a slight issue where all the players are leaving. I think they were not aware that it's a best of three and not a single round elimination.
That's
And
true.
we'll be back, viewers. Please like, share, and subscribe to the stream. We'll be back within just 2 minutes. We'll take a small break, waiting for the members from both teams to be back, and we will get right back into the action.